Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and I am here with my print brush lettering tutorial. So this will work on the print that I talked about 3 weeks ago, is it now? On the 2nd of April. I don't know what day we're on now, I'm lost. But yeah, so welcome to whatever day of VADA we're on. And yeah, so it will be really helpful if you watch that video, because essentially it's playing on that but with a brush. So main thing about brush lettering, we're just going to get straight onto it, is that your downstrokes, you press down with your brush and make thick. Upstrokes, you don't barely press down at all, you just make a line. It's the same with whatever brush pen you're using. Thick, thin up, or thick, thin up. And then it's making the alterations between this. So the first thing to do, if you've never brush lettered before in your life, is to practice doing some strokes. So some straight down thick lines, some straight up light lines. Once you've got the hang of both of those, because it's really hard to get your pressure the same, like even I don't know whether you can tell on video, but even those are not all exactly the same. And then practice switching between the two. So going up thin, and then coming down thick, then up thin. That is more important for the cursive brush lettering we'll do next week. This one is a little bit simpler and you don't have as many changes as often. So yeah, that's why I'm starting with this one. So basically you do the letters in exactly the same way I talked about in that video that I'm referring to, but you go lightly on any upstrokes and then press down on any downstrokes, like that. So that's your A, except that was really not neat and really shaky. I think probably because this is like the 4th video I've filmed in a row. So yeah, it's just exactly the same, just with each letter, and I'm just gonna go through the alphabet and show you how I form each one. And sometimes you'll notice if it's not quite how I want it to be, I'll neaten it up. Things like the D, I find with this, it looks nicest if you bring it along a little bit, so where your circle ends just touches your downstroke, if that makes any sense. I hope so. I hope the fact you can see what I'm doing makes this make more sense. Yeah, you just carry on like that. I think the main thing to practice is doing some circles. To get this font is to do some circles, because most of it is circles. And some lines, and just occasional sort of shapes like that. So if you practice those and you've got those down, you can do this font. Maybe a couple of going the other way as well. So yeah, if you've never brushed lettered before, go away now, do a page of, not that one, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things. Once you've got the hang of those, then come back and work on these letters. And yeah, there's not a lot else to say about this font, other than what I've already said. The hard bit of it is you're conversions between light and thin lines. So either lifting up or pressing down. And here's where things like the K, you know we talked about K pants and starting the K bit off from there. That's because it looks really funny if your K bit comes from there. I don't know why, but to me this just looks weird. That's why I prefer my Ks like that. I just think they look better. I don't know. Can you tell me why you think they look better? No. Half the time my handwriting is just the way it is because I prefer it. Which is all you like. Your handwriting needs to make you happy. It doesn't need to make anyone else happy except you. I feel like I'm doing really bad examples of M and N's there. They're a bit better. And it's just thinking about it and thinking about where your hand is moving, and it's like it will just eventually become natural that upstrokes you don't press as hard down and downstrokes you do. And I fully recommend the Pentel Touch brush pens, Tombow Food, either soft or hard tip, or the dual tip for practicing, because you can practice a little bit smaller and they're flexible but not super flexible tips. Things like the Tombow dual brush pens are a little bit too flexible for what you want. So X is a funny letter. W and X's are a bit funny in this. So your X, because your downstroke is diagonal, it's quite hard to get the nice thick line there. And W's I just find, I think, look funny. I think it's because they end just like that. Anyway, I don't know why. Oh, I've just done a cursive Z rather than this font. There we go. So yeah, that's all there really is to this print brush lettering. I don't know, brush lettering's hard. Getting your hand used to not pressing hard and pressing hard and not pressing hard and switching between those is not easy, and I would fully recommend practicing a lot before trying this. I do think this is easier than cursive brush lettering because there's less changes and you pick up your pen a little bit more. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. But again, you're just keeping that 2x1 size letter, but just thickening your downstrokes. You can do this in a false calligraphy type way, as in a false, like fake it if you can't use a brush pen. So with the word may, if I wrote it in this handwriting, and then I just went in and took a little bit, just basically doodled over both sides, just coloured in a bit either side of each downstroke. You can fake it, which is quite a nice way to look at letters, and it's quite a nice way to do it because that helps you think about where you should thicken your downstrokes. So then once you've got that, you know what it should be looking like before you go in and do it with the brush pen. And then you can just come in with your whatever colour you want to write with, so this, and just colour over all your thickened pencil lines, and that will give you a very similar effect. I'm not going to colour in the rest of mine, but do you see what I mean? And then you can either rub out your pencil, or you can have done that originally in your felt tip rather than in your pencil. Yeah, that's all I really have to say on print brush lettering. I don't know. Let me know down below if there's anything else you want to know or anything else you want me to see me do in it. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you next week, where we're going to cover brush calligraphy, and again it will be lots of me just showing you the strokes, because that's brush lettering is 100% just practice, practice, practice. All that I can really tell you is to go thick on the downstrokes and thin on the upstrokes, and to practice. But it's quite useful watching somebody else do it, I think. So that's why I've got like the 2 camera angles to hopefully help you with that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Comment, like down below what you think, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!